She had an effect on all of us. I had never been a bully. None of us had. Sure, I had witnessed it in small doses, but I had never been one. Mrs. Westerfield changed that. I like to think she was a witch, that she was the one who made us act like that, which set off the events leading to her death. Because no matter who we were outside of fourth period math, we all came together with a mutual hate for our sociopathic math teacher. It wasn't really hate. I never hated Mrs. Westerfield. That's what I told the cops when we were accused of murder. Every school has its bad apples, right? Well, that was us, or at least what we were turned into. I'm not sure how to explain the effect she had on us, and it was even harder to tell the sheriff, who just nodded and smiled and wrote nothing down. How do you explain a realistic type of magic? It's like, one day, we were normal 16-year-olds with no connections. Then, we were the fucking Breakfast Club mom worked nights and spent most of her free time on Facebook. And Dad just didn't come home. When Nate Isaacs jumped onto a desk one day, suggesting gluing toilet paper to the ceiling, you would think a group of grown 17-year-olds would roll their eyes. But no, we joined in. Nate had become our unofficial leader. If I talk about this effect like some kind of disease, maybe it will help me get the message across. Because that is what it felt like. Do you know that giddy feeling you got as a kid? It was like that, but tenfold, like being high. I didn't think logically, I didn't judge anyone or laugh at their stupidity. It was exactly like being a carefree kid. Sometimes I would catch myself scribbling on her whiteboard, laughing with the others, and it would hit me in a rush of clarity. What the fuck was I doing? Before that fog would take over again, and I was lost to the clouds, and the idea that what we were doing was hilarious. There were moments when I started to question if something was in the air. Maybe it was the time Nate Isaacs instigated a paint fight. Nate was not the type to act like this. He was radio silent in every class. He was smart and spoke like he'd been chewing on a thesaurus. Mrs. Westerfield's fourth period math, however, it was almost like he was in some manic trance, becoming this class clown. He looked funny. This weird effect was spreading. I joined in with the others until we had successfully ruined the ceiling and almost given our teacher a coronary. I think it was the thrill of seeing her reactions. Initially, it was anger. She screamed at us, which made us laugh even more. So, we kept doing it, this time with pen lids. We started off small, and as these pranks grew more frequent, we started hanging out together more. On Tuesday nights, we would gather at the diner and share milkshakes, brainstorming our next prank.